Hi guys, and welcome back to the Alpha Tone channel. My name is Prime M, and today I have another story for you guys. This one is about a bank robbery and how I end up with $2.7 million scratch free from this bank robbery. Let's get into it. So the big C hit, the pandemic, and everything starts going south. Businesses start shutting down. Stock market is going down, and me and my boys, we call a meeting because we got hit financially. When I say me and my boys, we're talking about 4 professional bank robbers. It used to be 5 of us, but one of us died, Jimmy. So the 4 of us decide to meet up because we have to hit a bank because everything is going south, businesses are closing, stock market is going down, and we're running low on money. Now, me and my boys, we meet up. I myself, I'm a professional bank robber. I am the getaway driver on all these robberies. You know what I mean? And I am the guy who in command. I call the shots during the robbery. And then we have Tommy. Tommy, he's also a professional bank robber, and he's the logistics guy. He know all the variables about the robbery and what we should do when we go and stuff like that. He knows the bank. He knows what time, how long the cops will take to get there. He knows what time of the day is best to hit the bank. I mean, that's just Tommy. He's just a geek when it comes on to those kind of stuff. And he's also a lover boy. He always have the nicest girls, and they always be working at banks and stuff like that. So I think that's how we get some of his information. But Tommy, he's that guy. And then we have Fred, we call him Fred the Dead. He's also a professional bank robber. And why we call him Fred the Dead, on every robbery we go on, if someone should, get killed, Fred is that guy. And then we have Mike, we call him Light Mike. He can play basketball, he called himself Michael. But we was like, nah, you're Light Mike, you know what I mean? So we call Mike Light Mike. And then we have Jimmy, Jimmy died in one of the robbery, I was the getaway driver, and Jimmy was freaking out in the car. I'm like, yo, Jimmy, calm down, we're gonna get out of this. I think this was our 7th robbery, because we robbed 9 banks before or something like that. And on the 7th robbery, Jimmy was freaking out, and I tell him, calm down, Jimmy, we're gonna get out of this. Me, Jimmy, and Tommy, we went on this robbery. Jimmy was freaking out, and I think the car went silent. I didn't hear Jimmy screaming anymore. I looked in the river and Tommy, where's Jimmy? And Tommy said Jimmy went through the window. You know what I mean? So Jimmy killed himself in one of the robberies, trying to get out the car. And we did get away. If Jimmy had listened, he would have been here with us. But anyways, that's just a team. So, the 4 of us meet up, me, Tommy, Fred, and Mike. And, Tommy said he had a plan, for a bank. We can hit it. You know what I mean? He said $3 million is in there. It's gonna be in the safe and stuff like that. And we have 3 minutes before the cop shows up. It's a bank down on 5th Avenue. You know what I mean? And we live all the way on 85th Avenue. So it's 80 blocks away, this bank. Tommy have all the logistics. He knows all the variable. He give us the plan. Tommy wasn't coming on this robbery with us. It was me, Fred, and Mike. Tommy was going to be the 2nd getaway driver. He's going to have a car at 45th Avenue. So when we, get away from 5th Avenue, we meet up with Tommy, and, Mike and Fred can go in Tommy's car, and then the cops can continue to chase me. That's Tommy's plan. 3 of us go to the bank. I'm the getaway driver, and then we meet him at 45th. And then we can do an exchange from there. And if the cops are on us still, Mike and Fred go in Tommy's car, and I, take the cops somewhere else with the car that's marked. So anyways, the morning come. It's time to go rob the bank. We put on our overalls, we get our masks, we get our guns together, everything. You know what I mean? We're going for this $3 million at the bank. So we set it all up. Tommy, go park at 45th Avenue, wait for us right there. Me and Mike and Fred the Dead, we hop in our car and we roll to the bank. We pull up in the bank. We walked in, guns in the air. Nobody move. Everybody get down. This is a robbery. Cooperate. Everybody's gonna be all right. One lady, she was freaking out, screaming. Then I heard a couple bullets went off. I looked at it, was Mike. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, man? You know what I mean? And then Fred, I told Fred, get behind the counter with the back, go get the money. Fred went back there. A security was coming around. Fred realized, and Fred shoot him like a couple times. You know what I mean? Security dropped dead. The woman, she started freaking out even more. You know what I mean? Then I hear a couple more rounds. That's Mike. Mike killed the lady. I was kind of upset. I asked Mike, why did you do that, man? He said, yo, she's making too many noise and she making other people nervous. I want this place to be quiet. Now it's quiet, right? I'm like, all right, go back there and get the money in the bag in the safe. So that was like 30 seconds already. All of that just happened. We stepped in, killed the security, the woman. Fred went back there. That's all in 30 seconds. So we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds before the cop shows up. Mike went back there. Fred is getting all the money. I'm the one on the floor, with my rifle, making sure, nobody comes through the door and nothing like that. Then I hear a couple more rounds went off. When I look, that's Fred the dead again. He shoot a security guy that's trying to come in. And that security guy is from across the street from another bank. He heard what's going on, come across. Fred the dead killed him also. So Mike is back there getting all the money. That's 1 minute past. We have only 2 minutes left. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, guys, hurry up. 1 minute down, 1 minute down, because we're not going to say how much to go. So I'm telling them 1 minute down, hurry up, hurry up. You know what I mean? People screaming and stuff like that. I see Mike coming from the back. I was like, that was quick. It was like, yeah, it was all, he gave me that easy basket look. You know what I mean? And then Mike got the money. I am like, we got a dip. We got it. You know what I mean? And then I start hearing police sirens coming in. I'm like, that's just 2 minutes. What the heck? We still got a minute. So I was thinking, Tommy is off. But anyways, Fred jumped from the counter and all three of us. And then I squeezed a couple more rounds in here. You know what I mean? And then Mike squeezed a couple. And then Fred go outside, make sure it's clear. And then he was like, yo, come on, let's go. And we hop in the car with the money, everything. Then we heard the cops getting louder and louder. The sirens is like getting closer. And then, we drive off. And as soon as we drive off, the cops burst around. They see the car going down the street. So now it's like a chase. And this is my favorite part of the robbery now. You know what I mean? So it's a high-speed chase. And then we chasing. Cops behind us coming. We're driving. Everyone still have on their mask and their overall because, street cameras and stuff. We don't want that to catch us. We drive, we going and we going. You know what I mean? I think we're on like 15th Avenue at this point. Tommy's waiting for us at 45th. We have to lose these cops before we get to 45th. You know what I mean? So I'm on it again and we going and the cops, they're on us. I see the chopper coming in the air and they call it the birds. So the birds is over us, telling the police on the ground everywhere we're turning. You know what I mean? But Mike and Fred is in the car. They're cool, keeping their composure. They know I got this. It wasn't like Jimmy back in the days when Jimmy was freaking out, me, him, and Tommy, and he jumped through the window. But Mike and Fred, they believe in me. I've done this many times. So, I'm driving and the cops, they're there and, people jumping out of the street. And at this point, I think we're at 35th Avenue or 34th. I can't remember really well because, I'm driving and I'm going. And then I hit up Tommy while I'm driving. I'm like, Tommy, plan B, they are too close. Plan B. And Tommy's like, yo, we don't have a plan B. I'm like, you don't have a plan B? Give me something. And he's like, yo, just come to 45th. I'm like, down under, the parking lot, under the supermarket. You know what I mean? I'm like, bet, I'm on my way over there. So I drive over there, go down under there. And I saw Tommy, he flashed the blinker light. So I drive over there real quick. I can hear the cops siren outside, they're coming. And I said to Mike and Fred, yo, y'all got 3 seconds to get out of here. 1, 2, 3, and then they jump out the car, you know, they out the car and stuff, like the doors closed and everything, and I drive off again, you know, and they go in Tommy's car, and it was a smooth transition, you know. I think I myself could have go, but the car would have been too close, you know what I mean? So I drove off all by myself again. Cops there behind me now, you know what I mean? I'm like, yes, that's part of the plan. That's good. I'm just have to get rid of these cops now, and then I go meet up with the boys, and cha-ching ching, we're rich again. Driving and driving and driving for another 30 minutes. Cops still on me. I'm all over Manhattan, driving and driving and all over the place, you know, the cops. And it took me like an hour to get rid of the cops, to be honest with you. I did got rid of them, you know, cops are off me. And I'm like, damn, that was a long one. So I get rid of the car and everything, you know, and I get to like a motel or something like that. Yeah, I get to the motel. You know, all my overalls and my mask and everything is off. I get to the motel. And I said, all right, shit, let me call the guys and see what's up, because I don't want to go to the spot. I'm going to call them and then go to the spot. You know what I mean? Let them know I'm safe. So I pick up the phone and I call Tommy first.
Your call has been forwarded
Tommy
to an automatic voice
straight
message.
to voicemail. I'm like, shit. So I said, all right, let me call Fred the Dead. I hit up Fred the Dead.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, all right, bet, I'm going to call Mike. So I hit up Mike. Mike phone is ringing and shit. I'm like, yeah, Mike phone is ringing. You know, Mike phone's too. I'm like, come on, Mike, answer the phone, Mike. Come on, bro. Mike phone rings.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic
voice message. Mike goes to voicemail. I'm like, shit. Let me watch the news. See if anything is going on. You know what I mean? I turn on the news and shit. Ain't nothing going on. I'm like, damn, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the spot because there ain't nothing on the news. You know what I mean? So I get like an Uber, a cab. I'm in the cab going towards the spot. And the driver, I told the driver, put it on the news. Let me hear the news. Driver put it on the news. I heard the 3 men that robbed the bank today. One of them found dead. And the other 2, he's on the loose. All 3 men are identified. They were spotted going into this house on 85th Avenue in Manhattan, and after 30 minutes of them being in there, 1 shot fired. You know, people call, and when they come and check, they realize these are the 3 guys who robbed the bank. Mike, Tommy, and Fred, they were all in their overalls. They didn't have the mask on, but they had the overalls on. So people will be able to say 3 guys in overalls went into this apartment, and after 30 minutes, I heard a shot. So right away, the cops go over there. You know what I mean? They identify Mike. They realize, you know, this is Mike. And then the lady, she said, I know the other 2 guys. You know what I mean? So they identified them. So when I was watching the news, I'm like, shit, but Tommy wasn't in the bank. That means I'm scotch-free. What the hell? They didn't identify me. So right away, I'm thinking that in the car, and then I tell the driver, yo, pull over right here. And the driver pull over, and I'm like, damn, what was that I heard on the news? Mike is dead. Tommy and Fred is on the run. What the hell is this? You know what I mean? So I said, let me try and call Tommy again, because maybe they have an uninvited guest, someone coming, you know what I mean? Something ain't right. I try to call Tommy again.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
I said, shit, let me try and call Fred the Dead. I called Fred the Dead.
The mailbox is full and
phone is off. I'm like, shit, I know Mike is dead. Where are these 2 guys? No, I'm starting to worry. I'm like, maybe they killed Mike and they're after me because I cannot get them. They should have called me. So I'm starting to be worried and stuff. I'm like, all right, they have the money. You know, that's Fred and Tommy. I'm starting to think now. Fred and Tommy has the money. Cops, they didn't find the money. They just find Mike's dead body at the apartment at 85th Ave. You know what I mean? And I'm like, shit, they're after me. They're definitely coming after me next. But the good thing is, I am not wanted. The cops, they didn't recognize me. So I was able to like you know, still roam free without looking over my shoulders, except when I'm looking for Fred and Tommy, because these two guys, chances are they're after me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, these guys, they're getting out of state. They're leaving the state with this money. Where will they go? And I'm thinking, I'm like, I know Tommy. If Tommy should go anywhere, he's going to want to go to a state where he can carry a gun around. You know what I mean? Because he's going to have money now. But even though he's wanted, he still want to be able to carry a gun just in case. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, which state would they go to if they have a lot of money and they can carry guns? I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe they go to Florida. I'm like, oh shit, Tommy's biological mom, she lives in Florida. Maybe he's going to Florida. But see, I'm the only one who knows Tommy's biological mom. The mom they think he has in the Bronx, that's his aunt. You see, it was two sisters of them. One couldn't have kids. And Tommy's biological mom had Tommy and she gave Tommy to her sister. But Tommy found out when, you know, he got older, he found out who was really his mom. But he kept it a secret. But I know. Because I know Tommy from way back. So I knew that. So I'm thinking if Tommy should go anywhere, he's going to his mom's house in Florida. And that's a state he can carry his gun. And if he has a lot of money down there, that's nothing because that's Florida. You know what I mean? I'm like, he and Tommy's going down there. They're wanted, so they cannot fly. They have to drive. And it's going to take them maybe 24 hours from New York to get to Miami. You know what I mean? To get to Florida. I'm like, but I can fly because I'm not wanted. So I think I should book a ticket and go. So I'm like, I bet I'm going to go to my crib. You know what I mean? Shower and everything and get ready to go to Miami. So I'm at my crib, ready to take a shower, and then I heard a banging on my door. FBI, open up! What the hell? The FBI is here? The police? So the police come in and they say, hey, we need you for questioning. Your friends went and robbed a bank today, and we need you to come and answer some questions. Can you come with us? I'm like, all right. Bet, can I call my lawyer? They're like, no, you need to call your lawyer. I'm like, yeah, I need to call my lawyer because I don't want you guys to try and play anything funny on me. And the sheriff was like, nah, we just needed to tell us your friend's whereabouts today if you hear them plan anything about a robbery or if you know anything. Because I'm like, you can't ask me these questions because I might get in trouble. And, you know, I said, let me get my lawyer. I'm going to come down there. And he said, all right, get your lawyer. Tell him to meet you down there. We have to take you with us. I'm like, I bet, let me just go with you then. So I went with the cops. I'm at the station, you know, and they're watching the bank robbery video and stuff. And the three guys in there, I mean, I'm there. I'm watching myself on camera, but they don't know it's me because the overalls and the mask, they thought it was Tommy, Fred, and Mike. You know, I'm watching it and I'm like, watching them. You know what I mean? And one of the police lady, every time the camera goes at me, she looks at me like she's thinking it's me. You know what I mean? But I'm there acting normal. I don't want to be suspicious or anything. I'm just thinking about Tommy and Fred, and they're on their way to Miami, and I need to catch a flight tonight. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping they don't hold on to me because I want to get to Miami before Tommy and Fred. You know what I mean? So I'm there. And they go around and ask them a question. And they say, all right, you're free to go. You know what I mean? I gave my statement and then I dipped. I hop on a flight to Miami. You know, I got there in a couple hours. I'm down there. I'm like, I know where Tommy mothers live. So what I did, I go and I bought some little spy camera and I set it up one outside Tommy's mother's crib, like, you know, in a parked vehicle. And I left it there. And then, you know, I'm like watching it on my phone. I could watch the smart camera on my phone parked up outside Tommy's mom's house. I'm like, anytime I see Tommy pull up at his mom's house, I'm going there for him. You know what I mean? So I'm there in Miami. I'm like, you know, I'm free. I could go anywhere. I'm not wanted by the cops or anything. I say, maybe I go to KOD, you know what I mean? Something, and, you know, relax. Because I know Tommy and Fred, they ain't here yet. You know what I mean? So I'm there chilling for the night. You know what I mean? Next day, check the smart camera. Nothing is on it. I'm like, cool. In the evening though, I checked it. And guess who I saw? Tommy and Fred. And guess what they have? They have a bag in their hand. The same bag we robbed the bank with. They didn't even change the bag. No wonder why they got busted. They were in the same overall when the lady saw them at 85th and called the cops on them. When she heard a shot fired in the building, she knows something wasn't right. Because she saw 3 men in overall went into a house. 30 minutes after, she heard a shot fired, Mike's dead. That's how they were identified. You know what I mean? So now they're in Miami with the money in the same bag. You know, they changed their clothes and everything though. But they had the money in the same bag. I saw it all on the camera. So I said to myself, I'm going over there tonight. You know what I mean? So, because no one knows this is Tommy's mom. No one in the world is going to come check here. It's not like the police would see who was his mom. And nah, that's his sister's information. Tommy's biological mom is in Miami, Florida. So I saw that. I say, all right, tonight I'm going there. I'm going to take him out. I'm going to get the money. And that's what it is. I'm a free man because the cops, they don't want me. You know what I mean? And if the cops hear Tommy and Fred dead, so be it. You know what I mean? They're looking for them anyways. So it's like a win-win for me. So I'm like, let's go get this money tonight. So the night comes. You know what I mean? Put on my mask, my gloves, everything. You know what I mean? I go over there, pull up, pop in the house. Saw Tommy, right? I took off my mask. I'm like, surprise. Y'all didn't call me. What's up? I said, who killed Mike? Tommy said, I killed Mike. I said, yo, why did you kill Mike? He said, Mike killed his fiance, the girl in the bank that Mike killed. That was the love of his life. I'm like, yo, you killed Mike for that? You know, Fred, I looked on his face like, so I killed Fred. You know what I mean? Because I know he's very dangerous. So I killed Fred right away. Tommy mom was freaking out. And then I was like, yo, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? And Tommy was there looking at me, shaking like a leaf. And guess what I saw? The bag with the money. I saw the bag with the money. And right away, I put one through Tommy's mom's head, bro. Like, I put one through her head. And right as I put one through her head, Tommy Ray jumped up like he was about to pull off his gun. And I put like 6 in Tommy, bro. And then I was like, shit, I gotta get the heck out of here, bro. I gotta get the heck out of here. So I grabbed the money, you know, put on back my mask real quick. You know what I mean? And with the gun, I'm like, I'm rolling with my gun. Fuck this. You know what I mean? And I'm like, out of there, up into the car that had the camera in it. You know what I mean? The car that I drove there, I didn't even take that. That was some car I dragged. And I dipped. I drove right back to New York with the money. Drove all the way back to New York with the money. And that's how I ended up with the $2.7 million. When I went to New York and I counted all out, it was $2.7 million. I'm watching the news. You know, the 2 wanted men for the bank robbery, Tommy and Fred, the dead. They are dead. You know what I mean? So I saw the news that the guys are dead, but the money, we didn't discover the money or anything. And the police is still out there looking for this money. Guess who has it up? So yeah, enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.